Peace and blessings in this corner box of 24. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope all is well. I'm doing pretty good myself. So, this is in this corner box of 24-hour news, right? And, I'm going to get right into it, man, right? Some of us, man, we got to really stop acting like we know so much, man, just because we like somebody. If I like somebody, right, it's okay, but you got to deal with principle and you have to deal with truth as opposed to falsehood, okay? So if I like you as a boxer, but you're not doing what your mouth say, you talking a lot, but you're not backing it up, then it is what it is. I got to call you on that, okay? No matter how good I like you as a boxer. Jermall Charlo is that boxer, okay? Now, I've had some comments back and forth with people trying to defend Jermall Charlo. So now what I'm going to do is direct you to a video, right? And you can pull it up. See, here's the thing. Don't believe what I say if you don't believe me. It's okay. Go to the video. Go to Mike Tyson's podcast, Hotboxin with Mike Tyson with Jermall Charlo on there. The recent one, the one he just did yesterday. I watched it yesterday when it was just 7 hours ago at the time when I watched it. So here's the thing. Mike Tyson had Jermall Charlo on the show. He said Paul Pierce was the co-host, right? He asked Jermall Charlo straight up and down, who you want to fight? Jermall Charlo said, I want to fight the best. No. Who is the best? Mike Tyson asked him, who do you want to fight? Say the name. This man would not say the name. Mike Tyson was literally trying to push him and force him to say a name, just one name. He wouldn't do it. Jermall Charlo is soft. He's a softy, man. Okay? I wonder, do they have Mr. Softy down in Texas, man? Because Lions only? Nah. Call yourself Mr. Softy, man. Get some ice cream trucks, because you soft, bro. Man, listen. He's literally forcing the man to say a name. So he said it. He said, Mike Tyson said, what about the Mexican assassin, David Benavidez? Now, I wouldn't call him no Mexican assassin, but that's what Mike Tyson said. But at the end of the day, David Benavidez do fight. And he calls dudes out. So he said, what about him? Oh, Jermall Charlo says, oh, he's not no assassin. Okay, so then if he's not, even if he was, but if he's not, say his name. Still wouldn't say his name. And I could see that Mike Tyson and Paul Pierce, they know a little bit about boxing. Of course, Mike Tyson know about boxing, but that don't mean he know everything, and that don't know he knows all the fighters and the champions. Because he didn't mention Caleb Plant, and he didn't mention Andre. Okay? 2 other fighters that Jermall Charlo could fight. He's getting ready to fight Macy Selecki. Okay? Danny Jacobs and Andre had already beat him. He's soft, man. He's not doing nothing for your record. Especially the fact that you haven't fought in a year. By the time you fight him, it's going to be a year that you fought. June. So why would you fight him? Okay? He giving you the platform on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and just say a name. He kept asking me, man, yo, say a name. Charlo, he's telling you, yo, man, nah, when I was doing it, I would say F this, F that, obscenities, okay, I'm not with all of that, but that's Mike Tyson. He call you out, talk about your mother. He said, you got to talk about their mother, their father, whatever you got to do to get that fight. He said, it's about feeding my family and hoping you to feed yours. He said, friends? He said, nah, we really friends? This is what he's telling Jermall Charlo. He said, if we really friends, then we're going to put money in each other's pocket and food in each other's mouths and our families. He said, that's what friends do. So then Jermall Charlo said, oh, I ain't got no friends in this business, just me and my brother. Okay, so then Mike Tyson said, that's even more the reason why you should be calling these dudes out if you ain't got no friends. See? He putting the dude out there, man, and showing y'all, the public, and if you're a fan of Jermall Charlo, yo, man, the dude don't want to fight. So don't argue with me. You could argue with me if you want to, and I'll keep it coming. But argue with him, call him out. because he's the one that's showing you he don't want to fight, man. But when I say it, you don't want to believe me. And when others say it, but just go watch the video, man. Mike Tyson Hotboxin with Jermall Charlo. He's showing you plain as day he don't want to call nobody out because he really don't want to fight. He could fight Danny Jacobs, he could fight Caleb Plant, he could fight Andre, and he could fight Benavidez. That's 4 different fighters. They asked him, Mike Tyson asked him, Paul Pierce asked him, who you think is the best pound for pound? He said, you got to say Canelo. Okay, you're not getting that fight. All right? But now Canelo is clowning you because you fighting Selecki. You can't clown Canelo because of the record he got. The worst you could say on his record is who? Caleb Smith? All right. But he was bona fide too. He had some credibility to his record and he was undefeated. But Macy Selecki, Jermall Charlo? Nah, bro. You're not going to get over with that. We're not going to let you go. So my thing is, again, if you don't believe what I say, or anybody else is saying, man, because not just me saying it, but I'm saying it, and I know the fighters that he could be fighting, and Mike Tyson didn't really know, and Jermall Charlo is not going to offer that information, and Paul Pierce don't know, right? But I know these are 4 fighters that I named already that he could be fighting. And for Showtime to say Steven Espinoza, I saw Steven Espinoza say on his interview with Brian Custer that was the best selection after not getting the Canelo fight or Jaime Munguia. And let me be clear, because somebody said to me, oh, Charlo didn't pull out of the Munguia fight. Munguia didn't pull out of the fight either. And even Espinoza said that. He said Munguia didn't pull out of that fight. He said that was Golden Boy. That was Oscar De La Hoya because he wanted the Zone, DAZN, that streaming channel, to get some of the revenue from that fight, because that fight was going to be on Showtime. So Steven Espinoza said he offered them that they could put a rematch clause, and then for the next fight, it could be on the Zone, but the first fight would be on Showtime. Why you couldn't work with that, De La Hoya? Because you don't want your man to fight. Okay, fine. So I'll give Charlo that one maybe, all right? But here's the thing, still, even with Charlo, you didn't really hear him saying, yo, man, I want Munguia, I want that fight, I want that fight, I want that fight. He don't say nothing, man. He just takes whatever they give him, and that's why he's not going to be an all-time great. His brother, Jermall, will be that, but he's not going to be that because he's not conducting himself that way. He's not carrying himself that way. It's like he don't want these fights. So he's not going to get that status. Okay? You got to talk, man. A closed mouth don't get fed. When I want something, man, I let you know, man, listen, man, I need this, I want that. I remember I never used to do that. I wouldn't do it. Be quiet, and then I'd be starving. Like Marvin, like, nah, man, I got to say what I want. So you sitting there, bro, just be real. You don't want to fight, man. The best fights. He even said, oh, I'm 31, about to be 32. He tried to use that. Mike Tyson was like, man, come on, you got time. You young, man, you good. You good. He said, but you need to be making these fights. He said, that's why you really should be making these fights. Like, he's giving him the out. He's giving him the door. Like, yo, man, there's no excuse, man. He's basically telling me, yo, my man, there's no excuse, man. I did this already. You talking to mighty Iron Mike Tyson, man. Okay? Who would fight anybody. You talking to the wrong one, man, trying to make it. And Mike Tyson was humble, bro, because he really could have went in on him. Because I know he's sort of BS, like, yo, but he like him. So he like, you know what, I'm not going to, he said, man, I want you and your brother to do great things. I want y'all to clean everybody out, man. I want y'all to beat everybody. That's what Mike Tyson kept saying. But you're not working with Mike Tyson. You're not helping him, man, by saying, yo, man, who you want to fight? I want to fight the best. Well, who's the best? The best is Canelo. We know you're not getting that fight, so now who's after that? 4 different names. But you ain't calling nobody out. Then they're going to say, oh, it's not the same when you was fighting Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said, well, it don't have to be that way. It could be that way. It could be the way you want it to be if you do what you got to do. And what you need to do is voice your opinion, let people know, let these guys know that I want to fight you. And if you're not going to do that, you're not going to get the fights. So that's the bottom line, man. Jermall Charlo don't want to fight. Okay? Take it or leave it. He don't want to fight. He don't have that dog in him. He's not no lion. His brother is that lion, Jermall. He fight anybody. Okay? And it is what it is. All right? So now, listen, I know people ain't gonna like what I said. They're gonna comment. Some people gonna get crazy, whatever, but it is what it is. If you like Jermall that much, find out how to get in contact with him and holler at him. And then find out for yourself. But I saw the video. This ain't coming from me. I saw what he said. So you could come at me all you want. But Jermall Charlo know what it is, man. He don't want to fight. All right? So I'm just giving you what I heard, what I saw, and it's the truth. Actions speak louder than words, man. He ain't calling nobody out. Okay? So that's what I got for today, man. Right now, peace and blessings in this corner box on 20th floor. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe out there. Peace.